Hey everybody, GundamGuns here, and today we'll be reviewing Masquerade Musha Gundam Mk-II. This kit was released by Bandai on May 27, 2010. In part 1, we're going to go over the inner frame, a speed build, compare and contrast, and go over the weapons. First off, let's take a quick 360 look at the kit fully assembled, and as you can see, this kit is very unique looking. This Gundam first appeared in the game Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2 and is one of the final bosses, and it's a cross between a samurai and a Gundam. It is very unique looking, and who doesn't like a samurai cross with a Gundam anyways? Looks incredible. The Musha Gundam Mk-II shares the same inner frame as the Gundam Mk-II version 2.0 released by Bandai in October of 2005. As you can see here, you get a shifting movement in the thigh when you bend a knee. This is caused by the knee pulling on the thigh joint and shifting it down. One of the unique features of this inner frame is the movable hips. The movable hips are built into the waist section and can shift forward and backwards, like so. It moves back and forth with relative ease, and it locks into place with a clicking noise that you will be able to hear. This inner frame also has a built-in shoulder joint where it lifts up and down right here, and then it also can move back and forth like so. You also get some nice mesh tubing for the legs. Another perk of this kit is that you get some awesome chrome pistons. You're going to be able to see some movement in the shin joint here. As you can see, it goes up and down. And then on the back, you're going to also be able to see the calf joint move up and down too. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see the movement once the armor is put on the kit. The inner frame moves very smoothly, but there is a downside to this that I'll get into in part 2. The waist joint here allows your Gundam to spin around 360 degrees freely, but it's not the actual ball joint that allows it to spin around 360. It's this other joint below the ball joint that spins around freely in a 360 motion. Here's everything that you're going to get with this kit besides the decals and the empty runners. These are all the plastic pieces that are going to be put onto the inner frame. Some of them are pre-assembled and some of them are just free pieces that don't require assembly. They just need to be put on the inner frame. Here's a comparison between Master Grade Musha Gundam Mk-II and Master Grade Gundam Mk-II version 2.0. These two Gundams are going to be sharing the same back armor, as you can see here. They're also going to be sharing the same calf armor and some components on the feet. They're also going to have the same exact feet, just molded in a different color. Musha Gundam's feet are not the same color as the Titan's version of Gundam Mk-II. Here they're also going to be sharing the same piston component because they share the same inner frame. The backpacks here are essentially the same exact thing. There's only subtle differences that separate these two from each other. As you can see here, Musha Gundam's backpack is molded in a very dark navy blue, while the Gundam version 2.0 is molded in a very dark gray color. And you also get this extra little piece here for the Musha Gundam Mk-II to hold the weapons. And they also drilled a little hole right here so that you can put that piece on very securely. The Musha Gundam Mk-II does come with very cool katana-like beam saber hilts, but you don't get any beam sabers. Bandai here robs us because they're too cheap to include a tiny runner of beam sabers. Thanks, Bandai. The Gundam Mk-II version 2.0 measures in at 8 inches up to the top of the thrusters on the backpack, while the Musha Gundam Mk-II measures in at 8.5 inches up to the tippy top of its horns. As you can see here, Musha Gundam is a lot wider and a bit taller than these three kids here, and it almost stacks up in height with Master Grade Goku.
Don't even try.
This has to be the ugliest looking beam rifle I have ever seen. The scope here moves and you get a little gold detailing, but this thing is hideous. I hate it. I don't know if you guys like it, but I hate it. Here is the Naginata, and I actually like this weapon. It looks pretty cool, but the staff is a bit plain and boring, and I don't really like it. I'm gonna have to paint it later to give it some life. And you get this nice gold blade here, and then the end on the tip, you get a gold cap for the end. And it's pretty tall. It's almost as tall as Musha Gundam itself. Last but not least are the katanas. You get two katanas with this kit, and the blade is a nice chrome finished plastic, and the hilt is purple, and the handguard is a poopy mecha purple gray looking color that I'm gonna have to paint because it looks like crap. But I think the katanas are a little too small for the kit proportion wise. I wish they were a little bit bigger. But that's it for this review. Check out part 2 for articulation and final thoughts.
Click for part 2.